we've become addicted to being busy, addicted to having something to always constantly do, to occupy our time, and we can never just truly relax and be in tune with the act of doing nothing. And I wanted to talk about that in this video because for the last few weeks, months, whenever I have time to myself to just lay down or relax or chill, I genuinely cannot stop the constant thoughts of, okay, well, what's the next step? What can I do? How can I progress as far as all the aspects in my life? And I don't think that is very healthy. And I've had this conversation with other friends too, and like this is common for certain people. And I wanted to just bring awareness and bring light to the fact of you can do nothing and you can relax and have your moments of just zen without truly feeling like you're lazy or you're not doing anything with life at the moment. Because if you're someone who's constantly doing things, whether it's a job, whether it's events, or you have to give yourself to other people a lot of the times, when you do get alone time and then you're working towards something else, it is so healthy to have those moments of, okay, look, this time I can actually just be with myself and not have to do anything and try to turn this off, the mind, the inside, because it feels like being busy has become some type of badge of honor where we're all just like, oh yeah, well, I have to do this thing. And I've caught myself doing that too as well, because some days I get a little bit of sleep because I'm doing this. Like if I go to work and then I come home and I have to do an audition and then I have to film a video. Hey, how y'all doing? And then I don't know if it's something else. And then the more things I stack onto my day, the more hours I have to add, and then the less sleep that I get. And that's not something to be like, oh, I'm doing this to brag about, because no, sleep is healthy. Sleep is something that we need. And I think that in nowadays, in the hustle culture and all the hustle and bustle of it all, it really just feels like, oh yeah, I have to get all this done, I have to do all this. But in reality, it's like, at what cost? And how much of your health are you willing to just let deteriorate from you doing all these external factor things, which, yeah, you're going to get some progress done, but it's not going to be at an efficient amount as if you got this much rest and then you try to do that activity the next day instead of doing it every single time. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that the hustle culture of just constantly being busy is not truly what it's worked out to be. It's not truly like, yes, you will go places, but however, if you're doing something constantly for hours and hours or every single day or whatever it is, and you're just exuberating all of your energy out, maybe you're not giving 110% every time. Maybe you're giving maybe 50, 62. That was such a random number. But versus someone who does it maybe a few times a week, but instead of doing it all this much and giving away all of their energy, they're giving 110% because they can and because they have the resources inside of them to give that 110 when need be. And also the science of like feeling guilty from doing nothing. I mean, I was about to say it needs to be studied. It probably is studied. Maybe I could go on the webs and see that right after this video. But it's truly interesting because I feel like there are very different categories. Some people, they don't care to do anything else. They're like, you know what? I'm chill. Like I can rest 24/7. I don't feel the need to do anything. And then others are on the opposite side of that spectrum where it's like, I constantly need to be doing this. I have to progress at this. I have to do that. I have to get this going. And we can find a middle, guys. We have to find a middle. And I find myself being on mostly the side of constantly doing. But then when I'm in my not doing anything like mentality, I'm really like, look, I can lay down for hours and just chill. But that's like very rare where I can do that, like very rare. But when I'm in that mood, I'm in that mood. And it can last a very long time, which I'm like, okay, that's also not healthy as well. Because literally just having all this time and like doing not a single thing, that can add up. So just having that balance, and that's like been the hardest part for me, trying to find the good balance of, okay, you've did what you need to do. Now it's your time to have you time. And not you time, but this still on, no, but just genuinely you time. So yeah, I don't, I think that truly you can just relax. Me finding the words. I think that don't be too harsh on yourself. If you feel that you've been really getting down and out lately about constantly feeling the need to progress and do more, you're doing enough, and maybe this is your sign to fall back. Now, if you're on the side of, well, actually, I could, like, do rest more than I do. Like, maybe it's like, okay, we could turn the tables and try the other direction. But I just wanted to make this video to like show that to anybody who needs it, maybe you need to be aware that we can slow down a little bit. Okay? Okay. That's pretty much the end of this video. This was like a shorter video, but let me know if you guys like the shorter types of videos like this. Maybe we'll make it happen. We'll make it a thing. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I love y'all so much. And bye.